So wild. That's freaking crazy. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Arm with a Mind. Thank all of you that have been liking and subscribing to the YouTube page. I think we're up to almost 120 subscribers. Help me get to 200. That would be cool. I have a lot of cool things planned. Got a really cool Christmas trip coming up. That's going to be super exciting to bring you on. But this is the new bike I got. I'm not ready to reveal it. I still got a couple things that I need to finish putting on. It didn't come with a front brake. It didn't have a seat post. This was a really weird seat post size. I think it's a 26.7 or 26.5. So it took me a while to get a seat post. And so I'm not done with it, and I don't want to fully reveal it until I'm done with it. It's going to take me a little bit longer to finish the bike and also edit the video to do that. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you want to see the bike even before, or what kind of process you want to do, as I'm still working on that video. But one of the cool things that I did pick up has been this bike repair stand, which has been really cool. It's just cool to have. I'll show you a shot of this sort of living room bike shop area that my wife let me set up. Well, so shout out to her. But today what I want to do is I want to get on my Specialized stump jumper. We're going to load it up with an AeroPress and some coffee, and we're going to ride to the bay, and I'm going to make some coffee and talk about Cormac McCarthy's All the Pretty Horses, to maybe inspire you and encourage you to read this book or read Cormac McCarthy in general. I finished reading the book a couple weeks ago, and this page is a space where I get to talk about bikes and books and coffee. And so that's exactly what we're gonna do today. So let's go ride, let's make some coffee, and let's talk about books. All right, let's enjoy this coffee Bayside and talk about Cormac McCarthy's All the Pretty Horses. Really like this book. I don't think it's my favorite Cormac McCarthy book, but it was still really good. I would say like the first 2/3 of the book were a little boring to me. Between this one and The Crossing, I haven't gotten into them as much as I have gotten into the other ones, The Road, No Country for Old Men. These take a while to get into the sort of plot of the story. The first 2/3, obviously Cormac McCarthy is known for his prose on nature and the way that he can vividly describe nature and the scenes that they're doing. So the book follows basically two best friends. They're super young, about 16, 17, and they are running from the US into Mexico. One of the boys, his family had a ranch and he was hoping to keep it, but they sold it. His parents got divorced, they split it up. And so he's saying, what's the point of me living here? I'm gonna run away to Mexico and work on a ranch. And he invites his best friend to come with him. And so they go. And in that trip, another young guy, I remember his name perfectly, Blevins, just because currently every time something funny happens at home, I keep going, dang it, Blevins. And so Blevins follows up with him. But Blevins, you could tell, is like chaotic, crazy. And so all three of them head into Mexico. And some crazy stuff ensues. That they end up working at a ranch. The boy falls in love with a girl, the main character, and you see it develop the characters, but also the situation. It gets very intense. They get put in jail. I don't want to give away everything, obviously, but the last 1/3 of the book makes the journey so worth it. There's been a couple times where I was like, again, the first 2/3 of the book, I'm like, I don't really care to finish this book. But I'm glad I pressed through because the following 1/3 was so incredible. And the story gets better. It gets so intense. It's just worth finishing this book. I also saw the movie once I was done with the book. And all of Cormac McCarthy's books that turn into movies, they follow them pretty well. Same with All the Pretty Horses. And all in all, I was just super glad to read the book. Obviously, the book has a lot to do with horses and ranching, which is really funny because I was just thinking about my bike. And one of the big things that happens is they start stealing horses and killing people for horses. And my bike got stolen, and I was just reminiscing during the time of reading this book, like, oh, they're getting their horses stolen. My bikes got stolen. And I'm also currently watching Yellowstone, the new season of Yellowstone. So there's just a lot of cowboy vernacular and rhetoric happening in my life here in Texas, which is kind of fun. I also went to the rodeo, which is super random. But all in all, this is a great read. I have not read a Cormac McCarthy book that I didn't love, even if the first 2/3 of the book take a while to get into. That same idea or thought is happening with The Crossing. It's taken me a while to get in. So yeah, that's what I thought about All the Pretty Horses. You should read this book. I'm gonna continue sipping some coffee and then I'm gonna ride home. And you can ride with me if you want. Thanks for following along, Armed with a Mind. Let me know, do you just wanna do bike stuff? How do you want me to talk about the books? I've thought about talking about books while I'm riding my bike, but I for sure would be super out of breath, but I can do a voiceover over that later. But regardless, I want to talk about the book. One of the spaces that I'm using this channel for is to talk about books. I want you to read books. I want to read more books. That's why I started this channel, but I also want to ride my bike. So why not combine the two? So I got my steed, my pretty horse right there. Also super grateful to have a big bottle holder. I stole it from my wife. That's how I was able to bring this bad boy. But yeah, I'm just going to continue sipping my coffee here on the bay. And then I'll ride home and do some more homework or reading, or I'll probably have to check in and hang out with the kids. We've been super into checkers lately. So let me finish my coffee, I'll time lapse that, and then I'll ride home.